Jesus today, not today. Bumper to bumper, na so we go day. Na so we go day. Bumper to bumper, na so we go day. With Jesus today, not today. Bumper to bumper, na so we go day.
Bumper to bumper, na so we go day.
Bumper to bumper, na so we go day. With Jesus today, not today.
This is really business, we know the slack. Heavenly words, true, can know the lack. If you believe me, repeat the track. Listen to me, no be joke at the crack. Yeah, they should have by a son of the years who could do one kitty, but my chest to win in the Yankee and the Suninasa.
This guy is good, man.
I want to know if you want to see my end, you know the go. I'm on the speed limit, I know the slow. Anytime in the years, and I saw we the go.
What's the kind of collaboration?
Anthony, you haven't done a collaboration yet because you're not talented.
I am a talented boy, bro.
You haven't done.
Yeah, bro.
Please, I'm not your bro. Please.
I know Anthony's indirectly trying to tell us that he would wish there is another male.
Yeah, but we're so sorry.
Yes, it's true.
We're sorry.
Actually, it's true because I would need some of this attacking that I'm getting.
So it's cis.
I didn't mean I get.
Please, please.
If I can get someone that will be on the
You
defense
cannot
for me
get.
too.
You cannot get. It's just you and us.
And
So as far as I'm concerned, one of you must be my
and
bro.
you go hear
We
am
dey
all the
here.
My
time.
bros.
No way. Nobody's
bros
gonna
is-
be your bro. Whoa.
So wait, Anthony, are you my friend?
Kai. Yes.
Okay, Lalas, are you my friend?
Yes,
Casual
I
friends.
Before Uncle, is there one casual friend?
No, I just need to be definite.
Okay, you're my friend. Lalas, you're my friend. Okay, so how did we come about being friends?
Work. I think the first contact is work.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Then
work
from
on the
So what's the
same
second contact?
Maybe.
Since there's a first contact, so what's the second contact?
What's the second
I
contact?
think by the time we start conversing one-on-one and then we begin to have similar ideas about some certain things, I think that's one of the things that triggers one to be friends with another.
Yeah. So like, do we choose our friends or do they choose us?
I think they are both. We choose our friends and sometimes our friends choose us too.
It's a two-way.
It's a two-way thing.
Absolutely. Okay, so concerning choosing friends, I think we choose them, they choose us, but should we place a percentage to it? Like where does the majority goes? Is it in you choosing or in them choosing you?
You choosing. Because I feel it is very important to know that when you're going to choose your friends, then it should be that you both have the same ideology. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And when I say I choose my friends, I mean I choose the kind of people I should roll with, the kind of people that understand me, the kind of people that are responsible enough. I'm not saying you should just go out there and just pick anybody. That is why I'm saying I choose my friends, because I know the kind of lifestyle I am living and I know what I am doing. I know that I need someone that is like me in order for us to work one-on-one together.
Yeah.
So when your friends choose you now, it has to do with your own acceptance of
That.
because if let's say for instance someone else is saying I want you to be my friend, now I need to understand the kind of person you are. Are you a good person? What are the kind of friends you keep? What is your lifestyle? What do you do? Like, where do you work? If you don't work, okay, what business do you do? And like, I need to understand your kind of person. Because it could be that you be friends with an armed robber or a cultist or maybe a thief or maybe just somebody, a drunk and all of that. And believe you me, the friends you have will influence you one way or the other, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So if you have the strength
Lala,
to be
I
able
thought
to
you were done.
understand, if you have the strength
Yeah.
to be able to control such things, then I think we'll live in peace. I have something to say about.
Okay, talking about the majority in terms of whether you choosing your friends or your friends choosing you, I think the majority of it is you choosing your friends.
Yeah.
Because even if your friends chose you, you are still the one that will definitely choose them, accept them of them being your friends.
Yeah.
So I think it boils down to you choosing your friends. And then in terms of choosing our friends or choosing your friends, I think it's something that is a very it's an essential thing, and it's a very delicate thing that we just have to take very carefully, because this is one of the things, or this is one of the choices that God gave us for free. this is one of the choices that God gave us for free. Because if we were to look at other things that we are being exposed to, I think majority of things, also some of those things are things that God gave us, like we just didn't want it, but then for the fact that He is God was the reason why we are likely to be where we are, probably who we are, and all of that. But then there are two things that God gave us liberty to choose, and it is our friends and our future partner. And I want to believe that He gave us that will, that free will, so that whether you make a mistake in your choice of choosing, you will be the one holding yourself responsible and not you holding God responsible. Right. So which is why it is very delicate and very essential that when choosing your friends, you try as much as possible that those friends that you are choosing will be the one that will impact your life positively, and not the ones that will cause you to doing things that at the end of it tomorrow you will be regretting and full with a lot of remorse.
So we can give like a 70% to us choosing, and like 30% to them choosing us. Because what I realize over time is that most friendship that comes with somebody bluntly or coming out to tell you that they want to be your friends, there's some ulterior motive, and it always turns out to not be the best. Why I'm laughing is because I can remember myself in secondary school, precisely JSS2, writing a letter to my classmate that I want to be her friend. Wow. I didn't even just leave it there. I know I wanted to be best friends. Whoa. And it turned out to be a short-lived friendship.
At least you're supposed to be happy that it happened, just that it was short-lived.
It turned out to be short-lived and wasn't really the best. It felt like a relationship that went south. Yeah. But then
not west.
Exactly. But then the best was always the one that just happened, not with least consciousness, like wanting to be friends. And that's why when I asked how did we become friends, it's work. So work kind of decided this friendship for us. However, we decided the next level we want to take you to. Do we want to be close buddies, or are we just okay with the work level? And taking it to the next level means we have a particular kind of mindset that it aligns with one another. You just find yourself bonding with somebody for certain likeness, and then concerning belief or mentality or certain things that you think, okay, this person is my type of person. For us, I can vibe with this person, or I feel this person is trustworthy, this person, and then you find yourself growing and growing and growing. So like in what way do you begin, when do you start filtering your friends? For example, we said, for example, a factor like work has brought us together. So like, what are the processes do you start filtering and be like, I'm not going above this with this person, or I want to go above this with this person?
Well, I think it's all about your own personal observation. You have to be very observant as a person because if at all work was the first contact towards get our meeting together and all of that, then I would have to put some certain things into consideration. What are the things that this person is doing that I am likely to enjoy into by the time he or she does it to me? What are the beliefs of this person? The kind of person's idea and mentality towards some certain things. Is it aligned with? Are they in alignment with mine? And then aside from observation, try as much as possible to think that, or to reason if this person can influence me positively. But then I think let me say commonly today, sometimes we don't really take some of these things into cognizance, like serious cognizance. We just feel this person, if the person is balling, the person is the kind of person that is the social, vibing person. Sometimes we don't check the person's mental behavior or mental stability and all of those.
My mother will help
because sometimes we don't even know that some of the friends that we keep probably have anger issues, or maybe they are those that are even quick to killing someone, or out of their anger and all of those things. And then we don't ask for friends. So sometimes you don't even check some of these things. You don't even check their background, their family background. How were they being brought up? What is their belief? What were the doctrines to which their parents used in bringing them up? It's not about Christian, or probably we being Christian, but then what are the ideas? What are the things that they were being trained as children while growing up? Are they in alignment with mine? Did my parents taught me the same thing? Okay, let's say for instance, we are working together, and then probably we saw someone who is in need of say money or something, of which in my own little word, if I have, of course I would want to give the person, but then this person, I'm very sure he has the money at that point in time, but for the fact that I just realized that he's stingy, would probably make me to really be cautious of the fact that, okay, what if I am the one in need, just like the way the
That
person
your friend is stingy,
and then I happen to be in need. Of course, the person will not even want to look my way. So some of these things, you just have to check some of these things so that we don't jump into being friends with someone that we hardly know, or being strangers with, being friends with strangers entirely.
What kind of friends do you keep? It depends on the kind of things you do. Now, if you are actually a sincere person, you're a nice person, you go with the right things, then you know that you need to get people that will work with you on the right path. And then if you know where you're coming from, let's say you're a Christian, and then you know the kind of parents you have. Somebody like me, I know the kind of parents I have. If my mom should see anybody come to the house, immediately she sees you, she'll be like, I don't like this person, she's not a good person. She'll be like, I don't want to see you with this person again. Of knowing all these things. Like, to say the truth, like when I was growing up, like in primary school, secondary school, and all of that, my mom will always tell me, this is your friend that came to the house yesterday, I don't like her. Like, there's something about her that I don't like. I don't want to see you with her again. And believe you me, that's it. And then when I was still in secondary school, you know this thing that they call pen friend, that you just write someone in another different school entirely. I had one, I think Becky or so. And then, funny enough, right, when I was in SS3, they packed and then they stayed in one of my dad's house, like they were tenants. And then one day we just met, and she was like, her name is Becky, and I'm like, oh wow, my pen friend. And then we've never seen, that was the first time we met after like 3 or 4 years.
And this pen friend,
yes. And then you realize then we used to buy all these writing pads that you write your letters and all of that. Like, we became friends with her, and then when we started seeing each other often, then I realized like the girl was actually a good person. She's very calm and all of that. And then we still talk till date. That's like almost 10-15 years ago. We still talk, we see, but then she's married now. But then what I'm trying to say is, if you realize that this kind of person is going to advise you positively, then you should keep this person. Because there are friends today that would take you on the wrong side, where you realize you're going, maybe, I'm not saying clubbing is bad, but then you realize you're doing things that you're not supposed to do, things you don't even love doing. Back then in the university, I have a group of friends that then they want to go to the club, they want to go out of school, and then to think of the kind of university I went to is more like even if you're going out, you have to take permission. It's like taking permission from your parents, and they will have to call your parents to ask them, your daughter is going out, did she tell you she's going to some place, did she tell you, or she said she's coming home? Do you understand? Excuse me, Abby. What do you mean? Excuse me. But to say the truth, that actually groomed me, because I was telling some people before this episode, I was like, I know the kind of father I have. That when you decide to do something that you're not supposed to do, and you deep inside of you, you know this thing is wrong, and you're doing it, the way he will deal with you, you will understand, I was not supposed to do this. So then the kind of friends you keep, I'll always tell myself that I will choose my friends. If I know, if you're trying, once you give me one bad advice, and I know deep inside of me, I know I want to do this like this, and you tell me it's like this, and I know like this is the wrong path, believe you me, you're no longer my friend.
Exactly.
And that's the truth.
True. I believe that choosing your friends, or them choosing you, is a process. It's a lot. It's just layers and layers and layers of process. Just as I keep saying, there's never a pop and clear, I want you to be my friend, then you say, I won't be your friend, or yes, I will be your friend. The process goes like this. Perhaps work has joined me and Lala, so we're saying hi and all of that, and then okay, I just started liking Lala's. We've had 1 or 2 conversations, and then tomorrow I hold lunch for her, tomorrow I bring a snack for her, and then Lala's now start having this feeling that, okay, you know what, I can rely on this person. Then tomorrow, this time around, she doesn't wait for me to come right? And then she's the one now coming to me and be like, okay, I need help with this, and then I come through for her. Or tomorrow I can feel, oh yeah, Lala's trust me with her problem. She told me this, I was able to come through for her, and I also feel the same way that I can rely on her. And then it's the same way when it comes to you now. Now I chose Lala's and then she chose me back. Then when you're not choosing that friend, is you not reciprocating. Most of the times when you just keep trying and you're not getting the same feedback from that person, or not choosing can be also discontinuing a relationship, a friendship. For example, if I felt okay, I can rely on Lala. We started we're getting close, and then I just decided to like tell her something confidential, and then I just realized she told somebody else. Immediately I'll just unchoose you. If there's anything like that, exactly, you unchoose that person, or you
disassociate yourself
with that person. Or for instance, you made mention of something like the person giving you an advice that didn't work. Maybe you trust this person, and then all of a sudden you decide to go ahead doing what this I have this problem, and then the person like gave you this advice that, well, it sounded good, but then you tried it and then it failed you, and then you realize that this is probably the best coming from this person, and this best is not good enough for me, and I can't continue to keep trusting such advice coming from somebody, and of course, like we can't continue like that. And then I start like drawing myself. But if there's one thing that I know for sure, and I would just like to use Jesus Christ as an example. He chose his disciples. They became friends because they ate together. He washed their feet. It was just a full package kind of relationship. However, he had two that kind of closer. We had Peter, and then we had Judas. And even at that, there wasn't a rejection. I've seen people that after a friend does something to them, they just let go. What are your limits in letting a friend go? And what limit is it do you still need to pull this friend close by? Because we find ourselves, right, in an environment that we always try to distance ourselves from, we're just looking for the slightest means, right? So what is the extreme that when a friend goes, there's no redemption for your friendship? And what is the extreme that you feel this friend just needs help and we can still be back as friends? Because this is a whole process. A lot of friendship has ended because something went bad. Some, even after that bad thing, they still came back and the bond became stronger. So what are your limits concerning such?
Betrayal.
If you betray me, what?
Okay, let's say, I'll just give a typical example. I have this friend. In fact, we still talk. In fact, we just had one video call like just yesterday with her. She's good. She's not in the country again. She's married. But then there was something she did to me while we were in the university. Because she knew I was liking this particular guy. And really? Excuse me, really? Like, it was more like this somebody that we share everything together. Yeah. Like, when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, but apart from clothes. So
what was it?
So when you say provisions, when you say, and then she was in a different department and I was in a different department. We were very close that, in fact, I don't even eat until she's back to the hostel. Yeah. Then we can eat together. Like, we were that close. She comes to my house for weekends, and then we travel to her states for weekends, and we come back to school and all of that. Like, we're always, if you see her, you should just know that I'm around the corner. Like, we're always together. Yeah. But then she did something to me, not like I'm saying it is actually a yardstick for me, but it was because I confided in her, and then I told her that I like this guy, and then he likes me too, you get? And I'm like, in fact, she knew we were actually having we were trying to have something, and then behind me she decided to go and meet this guy, and then she was like, she likes him. Okay. And then I can't insult the guy, but then he realized that I was going to say the way but then he accepted, and then he started dating her, and then she didn't tell me, and then I didn't know until I came back. I think I traveled for like 2 weeks, then I came back and I realized some of my classmates were like, this person is going out with, and I'm like, for real? Then I called her, and then she was like, it was because I was now, so she was keeping him company, and all of a sudden they fell in love. Wow.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow. So like I gave her space for a while, and then later on I just told myself like it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
And then believing me, she's not even married to the same person. I'm not married to the person. So like, do you understand?
Yeah.
So then I think, okay, when I say betrayal, again, apart from let's say relationship and all of that, there could be something that you decided to tell somebody, and I'm like, I trust you with this thing. Please don't tell anybody. This is like my secrets, like we're sharing it. And then tomorrow you realize maybe you either come to tell my mom, or you tell my dad, or you tell someone out there.
Yeah.
And the person will be like, oh really? So you did this thing, and then now I know it was you I told, and then you told this person. That is when I'll feel, no, I don't think I can be friends with you. Or if you want to push me into doing something I don't want to do, like let's say for instance, like you tell me this person is like, you know, let's say a married man for instance is like, and then you be like, I don't date married men, and then you now insist he has money, he's going to take care of you. You need to, once I know you are about to push me into doing something I know is wrong, like deep inside of me I know is wrong, even biblically I know is wrong, then you're not my friend because you don't want good for me.
Yeah.
So I think my limits to friendship or for someone to be my friend is I think those limits will be of 2, because I believe we all are not perfect. We all are we have all our we all have our defaults and all of that. But if I can confide in my friend about something, and then he or she goes around telling
other people,
like that will break me completely, because one, that alone would definitely have affected my trust for him, and I can't have something that is as secretive or as sacred or anything personal of me telling him anymore, because I will be having security issues, feeling that even if I tell him, even if he apologizes and explain himself and all of that, my mind still will not be in totality in whatever excuse or whatever explanation he gives, because I will feel for him to have done that, then there is every tendency of him doing more than that again to me. So I'll take notice of that, and I'll try to start giving him space. The number 2 thing is, if I can come through to you as a friend, or come through for you as a friend, and probably I will run around all of that in order to just get something for you in your times of need, and then I happen to be in a need, and then you can't come through for me.
What if the person really can't come through for you?
Even when I know that you can, and then you're just feeling reluctant.
So you're just the one making the sacrifice.
You're just
in the
giving me this
friendship.
nonchalant attitude and all of that. Believe me, I will cut ties with you.
You cut ties.
And aside from that, again,
So it's 3 and you said 2.
yes, I just remember.
All right.
They just call me.
I just remember another one.
Okay.
If, as a friend, I did something wrong to you, I believe, or I would appreciate more if you can come to me plainly and tell me that, okay, guy, see what you do.
I know like
him.
And I'll be like, I'm sorry.
Believe you me, if it is the one that I will be on the defense, I will defend, or probably I will tell you my reasons. And if it's the one that I will apologize, I will apologize. But for you to go about telling people that I offended you when you can't come to me and tell me what I have done to you, it's rather showing to me that you are not really my friend.
What if the person tells someone to come and tell you?
Why would you? Are we not friends?
Some people would just feel like they can't come and face you.
No, it's not about.
Okay. So, all right. So, I've heard everything right that we have said. However, I do have a concern, though, like concerning our limits, right? But why is it that among Christian youths, the least reason for a relationship or friendship not going far is that he didn't invite me for a night vigil, or he didn't invite me for Bible studies, or he went for a mission work and did not call me to come for it.
I wish.
And then why are all the things pulling us together and pulling us apart, all trivial like issues? Why is it so? I mean, we have few minutes, right?
Yeah.
But I just need to ask, like, quickly, why is it that the things putting us apart is always he didn't keep my secret? They gossiped about me. Why is it not kingdom movement that is tearing us apart?
we have our own different individual. Like we have individual differences, and sometimes what drives you is not what will drive me.
So obviously,
So
what
it's most
God
likely
was not a drive you.
I did not say I'm just saying. I'm just at random.
The thing is, I can actually
I'm
get
just
mad
saying.
at you for not inviting me to a concert.
All right.
I don't really like night vigils. I can wake up in the middle of the night in my house to
I'll-
pray
I've
pray
not
on
even
my
started-
own,
I've
and
not
I
even-
do that a lot. But
I give example of missionary work.
but
The thing is,
if you
wait,
don't invite me to a
honestly,
concert,
yeah.
that's when I can have
the
issues
thing
with
is,
you.
if it is kingdom related,
Mhm.
I will feel maybe it is your calling.
Wow. Just wow.
Wow.
but
Because if it is
but-
my calling,
But you know, the more we talk, I think this is for all of us here. It's like the more we talk, the more we see that we form friendship always outside God. I feel it's a thing for everybody to walk home with. For me, for you, and for Anthony, for Lalas, it's like, why am I not having this friend because he loves God and because he's always drawing me? I think everybody out there is guilty, me inclusive, everybody, and all of that. So we'll end today with this thought in your mind. Why are the things bringing you together, not kingdom? And why are the things breaking you, not kingdom related? Then it
I
means
really
we're
love
not still
this.
setting this. Yeah. And this is where we're going to leave you with that question in mind and with that thought also. So let's hear that beautiful
that my
song.
Randy Mani song.
Yes, Anthony,
guy.
he will not collab
My guy,
with you.
where?
He will not collab with
Wait,
you.
you see an album
He will
very
not,
soon.
sir.
We will not see.
Okay, you will listen to my album. I will blow.
So we go there.